The round of 16 in the 2026 FIFA World Cup starts tomorrow, so now I'm going to give you my picks for the remaining bracket. Looking at our first game in this bracket, we have France versus Paraguay. Paraguay pulled off the biggest upset this tournament, beating Germany last round in Boston, but I still think France is just way too strong. I think this is going to be a pretty obvious pick. France advances to the quarterfinal. Now, moving on to the better game of that day, Canada versus Morocco. Canada defeats South Africa in probably the most boring game in the round of 32, while Morocco beat the Netherlands in, my opinion, the most interesting game in the round of 32. I think Morocco will get past Canada, but I think it's going to be closer than people expect. I see Canada putting up a fight, but ultimately falling short. Morocco moves on. Now, Portugal versus Spain. Ronaldo's last World Cup run. Will he get his first ever World Cup win? I think Spain says no. Unfortunately, I want Ronaldo to get it done, but I don't think he will. I think Spain is too strong with Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams, Rodri, Cucurella. I just think they have too much firepower, and I think that they will storm past Portugal. Now, the USA versus Belgium. The US, the home nation. Can they get the farthest they've ever had in a tournament? They have to beat Belgium. Can they do it without their star striker Florian Balogun after he picked up a red card last game? I still think the US get it done. I think they beat Belgium. I don't think Belgium's as strong as people think they are. They look really bad in this tournament, and barely getting by Senegal, that's concerning. Moving on to the next games. Brazil, Norway. I think Brazil has been solid in this tournament, but not great. You tie against Morocco. You have a nail-biter win against Japan. Now, Norway, on the other hand, they've looked pretty solid in this tournament, having a solid win against Cote d'Ivoire after Holland gets the winner. Who do I think win this game? I think Norway pulls off the upset and beats Brazil. Moving down, Mexico, England. This is going to be a tight one. I think this is the closest game in this round. I think Mexico has shown a lot of people they are not here just to mess around. They are here to win it this year, not letting up a goal yet in the tournament. I think England will score against them, but I don't think it's enough. I think England loses and goes home early. Mexico, moving on. Down here, Argentina, Egypt. I think this one's pretty self-explanatory. Argentina. I don't think you should be scared against that Cape Verde game that we saw earlier. I think Argentina is still a very solid team, and I think they will win this game against Egypt. Now, Colombia, Switzerland. Switzerland's really disappointing me in this tournament. They had a solid win against Algeria, but I don't think Algeria is that good of a team. Now, Colombia, on the other hand, has really impressed me. I think they've looked really solid. Tie against Portugal, beating Ghana today. I think Colombia beats Switzerland. Moving up to the top of the bracket now. France, Morocco, a rematch of the 2022 semifinal game. Does Morocco get their revenge on France this year? Nope. France is moving back through the semifinals, and they're going to try to get what they didn't do last year. They're going to try to win it this year. Now, Spain versus the U.S. Can the U.S. go to the semifinals and play France? Or will Spain say nope and they're going to play France? I think Spain is just too much firepower for the U.S. Even though the U.S. will have Florian Balogun back for this game, I don't think they're enough. Spain going to beat the U.S. Now, Norway, Mexico. This will be Mexico's first game in the USA if they win this. This is a big disadvantage for them. I think home field advantage has really helped Mexico in the run. So I think Norway gets past Mexico here. Now, the last two South American teams left. Argentina, Colombia. Who's the stronger team? Colombia has looked really good, and I really want to pick them because Argentina has had such an easy path, and they haven't had a challenge yet. Colombia has been challenged, battled around. You've beaten Ghana. In this, I have them beating Switzerland. I think Colombia beats Argentina in penalties in this game and moves on to the semifinals to play Norway. Now, moving up, France versus Spain. Probably the two best teams left I have here. I just think France has looked so good this tournament. I have them going to the finals. Now, moving down to the two surprising teams, you might think, why are they still here? Well, I think that Colombia has something in them this year that's just going to push them to the end. I have Colombia beating Norway. I think they can shut down Holland. I think Luis Diaz is going to be a big factor for them. I think Colombia moves to the finals. Now, to the third place game, I think this one's self-explanatory. I think Spain will beat Norway. Now, France, Colombia final. Mbappe, Luis Diaz. France has just looked so good this tournament. France wins it. Comment down below, who do you have winning the World Cup? And subscribe.